It is going red. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, I'm very sorry.
Did not send me another. This is twice did not send me that.
Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, this is Mr. Sims, and I did not get the scoreboard here. Pastor Mike is not here for this right now, so I got the stream up, and I'm just going to keep you updated. The score is we're up 2-0 in the first inning, no outs. I do apologize for getting on late. It's not from a lack of effort, but we got on finally, and so I hope you're joining us on Squirrel if you're not here. But it is 2-0. The Bulldogs on top in the top of the first with no outs with number 3, Emily Mock up to bat.
Batter is number 3, Emily Mock.
Fouls one off. 0-2 count against Emily. Score 2-0 top of the first. Bulldogs have hit pay dirt early and hoping for a big win today to advance us to the Super Regionals. I will be the first to tell you, I'll kind of keep you updated. I am not a Pastor Mike on this microphone, so he has a gift that I do not have. But at least you get to watch. The scoreboard should be up, and I cannot, I'm not sure why it's not up on here, but I'm going to work with that somewhat, but I don't want to mess this thing up. That is a promise. And it'll be out number 1 for Minco.
Left field, runner scores.
Up to bat right now is number 22, Briley Keeble. And we're up 3-0. A run scored off that sac fly. So it's 3-0 top of the first. A really good solid inning so far by the Lady Bulldogs. Good cut by Keeble. It's a busy day for Minco. We have this game. Hopefully this will be the only game of the day. And then tonight at 7, Pastor Mike and I will be in Cashion, who are playing down in softball. We'll be at Cashion for a football game. So pretty busy day for the Bulldogs. There's a shot by Keeble out to right center as she hits a single. And 1 on, 1 out, and up to bat will be number 11, Ava Jenkins. Sorry about that, Ava Russell. Ava Russell.
Ava Russell is number 11. Here's the batter.
The Bulldogs played really well. They beat Cashion last night 2-1 in a really tight ball game. That if you listened in or were here, it was a fun ball game, a really defensive ball game, and we scored late to get that victory and puts us in a really good situation today. We have to take one of two. Cashion earlier today beat Walters pretty soundly to get to here to this game, Game 5, and so far the Lady Bulldogs playing pretty well. There's the hit right there by Ava, and that will send Briley to second base. So runners on first and second with one out. Up to bat here is number 15, Kylie Anthony.
Batters number 15, Kylie Anthony.
One ball and two strikes against Kylie. She had a foul there just a second ago, and if you're just listening in and you don't hear Pastor Mike, I am sorry. He is not here for this game, but we are trying to bring you the coverage. Just not with a great announcer. I could get Randy to do it over here, but I don't think he can do double duty. There's a shot up the middle by Kylie. That's going to get through. That's going to score Briley, and we're going to go up 4-0 with runners on second, third, and one out. Good job by Kylie. Her timely hit. Number 7, Hallie Teague is up to bat. Hallie, she's hit a few dingers this year, so she definitely has some power. Let's see if we can keep this inning going here, this top half of the first, going and add some more runs. Ball on the outside for ball one. Or a strike one, I should say. I thought it was a little outside, but that's okay. It was a pretty good pitch. 1-1 the count.
Batters number 7, Hallie Teague.
Foul that off, and catcher just about grabbed it off the heel of her glove. 1-2 the count, one out. Runners on second and third, up 4-0 here in the top of the first. Another foul ball. And the count goes to 2-2. The pop-up for an easy out. Number 4, Caden Scatz is up to bat. She'll be coming into with 2 outs, runners on second and third.
Number 23, Emma Oaks.
Hello. Yeah. Yeah, it's going to 4-0 top of first. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right, no worries.
That's called strike three. That's 3 out.
And that'll be strike 3 on it'll be at the go as we go in the middle of the first. Here going to the bottom of the first, 4-0. Good inning by the Minco Lady Bulldogs in the top of the first, bringing 4 runs around, and can't ask for a better start than that.
If you had trouble recognizing people, they changed all the jersey numbers.
Yeah. As I mentioned, we'll be playing at Cashion here in just a little while, and 7 p.m. tonight, our first district football game of the season. It's always a challenge up at Cashion, and if you want to see it, get there early because there's not good seating there on the away side. So get there early if you want a good seat in the bleachers.
Batter is number 2, Pippinger.
Number 2 is up for Cashion. Yeah, this will be Cashion's first batter of the day in this game. They put it on, and I don't know the final score, but they put it on Walters pretty good in that first game, and 12-1. And Cashion's a good team. If you were here last night or watched the game last night, it was a really tight ball game. They can do a little bit of damage on the bat and also play really good defense. It's nice having that 4-run cushion. And there's a pop-up straight up, and the pitcher gets it, and good job by Sabree Henderson for the first out.
That's a pop out to the pitcher. Sabree Henderson, that's 1 away.
If the Lady Bulldogs win this game, which we're believing and hoping for, they will be playing next week in a super regional. That is yet to be determined where that will be, but that will be released, I believe, on Monday. And we will certainly get that word out as we have a foul. Number 0 is up to bat. And anyway, as we go into next week, we'll let you know where the Lady Bulldogs will be playing should they win this region.
Third base. There's an out.
Out number 2, hit to third base. Third baseman Paisley journey kick, throws across to first, and Briley for the out. Spree's done a fine job. Briley did a good job last night pitching against Cashion, holding them to 1 run. And so far, Sabree is in control of this in the top half of the first inning with 2 outs. And there's a shot to the shortstop and over to first for the out. Oh, for the safe. That was a close play. Bang, bang play.
The shortstop.
Good job by Emily Mock there and Briley making that connection, but not enough for the out. So we have her on first with 2 outs here with number 5 up for Cashion. And there'll be strike 1.
Batter is number 5.
Let's see. Number 5. I believe Cashion changed their numbers because I have a number and none of them are matching up, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce their names. If you're wondering why I'm not pronouncing names, it's because the numbers don't match what I have. So that's, yeah. I'm like, I was really confused what was going on.
It was a foul ball.
It's 0-2 on number 5 and 2 outs here in the top of the first. I'm sorry, bottom of the first. Lady Bulldogs leading 4-0. And we're count is 1-2.
Another foul tip.
Fouls that one off. Keep the count at 1-2. Here with 2 outs in the bottom of the first. Minco up 4-0. And that's a strikeout right there by Sabree Henderson.
There's a strikeout that ends this inning.
So at the bottom end of the first, it's 4-0 Lady Bulldogs over Cashion. Top of the line coming up for Minco. Hello. I don't know. They're going to do dialysis on Monday. Yeah. So he's doing all right, but they have no choice, or he's going to sit there and die if they don't. So, and but he's doing pretty good. And I mean, you might check with Sonia. I'll see if I don't know what Cameron's doing. But you might check with her before you leave work, if you don't mind, or when you leave work. Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. So. No, they won't do it till Monday. They were going to send him home, but his numbers were good yesterday, and they did his numbers, or they did blood work, and his creatine level was real high, so they're going to have to get that stuff off, Yeah. Well, hey, I'm going to have to jump off. I'm calling this softball game. We're up 4-0 here, going to the top of the second. All right. Talk to you later. Bye.
Batter is number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald.
Hannah Fitzgerald up to bat here with 1-0 count at the first pitch of the ball. Lady Bulldogs up 4-0 here at the top of the second. A great first inning, and we went through the batting order of the inning. So Hannah is up to bat for her second time today, and she is ahead of the count, 2-0.
You know, Mr. Sims, I don't know if college has been talking to her, but right-handed catcher, the bat's left is invaluable. Absolutely invaluable.
No kidding. Two and one the count. And she goes, it's 2-2. 2-2 that's called strike. And if she can get on base, she has a lot of speed and quickness, and getting her on base is key as the dirt is really blowing right now, and they're taking a timeout for that to blow off here, as the wind is blowing pretty good from towards us here in the dugout, or in the press box. Full count, 3-2. One Hannah Fitzgerald. Speedy Hannah Fitzgerald.
That's a walk for number 10. Batter is number 99, Sabree Henderson.
Hannah gets to second base.
Steal second base.
So runner on second with no outs, and Sabree Henderson batting. Sabree definitely has some power to knock this thing out or to get a hit, as the Cashion coach has some words there with the umpire. It's been a good weekend here at Minco with this tournament. A lot of fans from Walters and Calera and Cashion, and obviously home Minco here. It's been a good tournament as we go 2-0 here on Sabree. We'd like to thank for all the fans that have been out here and supporting these ladies all season long. And most likely this is our last day here for softball for our girls, as we're going to be playing away somewhere most likely next week in the Super Regionals. Girls have had a tremendous season, district champions, and have a 4-0 lead, trying to get to 5, hopefully. And Sabree just nails that one, and this is going to allow Hannah to come home, and she comes in easily, and we go up 5-0.
That is on first base. Need to mention our all-star bat girl, Jovi Journey Cake. She did an excellent job.
Joby Journey Kick getting a shout out there by Randy in the crowd. That's the loudest I've heard the crowd applause all day. She's quite the young lady. If you know Jovi, she's Paisley's sister, and her sister Piper graduated here a year or 2 years ago. Tremendous little softball player. That ball will be in there for a strike. Say the umpire has kind of a big zone there. Right now, the Lady Bulldogs in command of this thing, 5-0. You can't take that for granted, though. These things go downhill in a hurry, but good effort by the ladies. There's a pop-up right there that's going to come in, and for the out is number 2, Paisley Journey Cake.
Next batter will be number 3, Emily Mock.
Emily Mock's up to bat. as number 9 came in to run. That's Taylor Voss. She's going to get to second and stop there with a stolen base. And Taylor, she's been out all year with an injury. She had surgery on her hip in the summertime, and she was released finally for the first time yesterday, got to play yesterday, and is here again in a role of she is fast and she is on second base. So it's great to see Taylor out there running as Emily is up 1-0 here on this count. And there's a good shot. It's going to go over the head. And Taylor's going to try to come in. She's going to come in and score. And it's going to be 6-0 Lady Bulldogs, top of the second. And Emily Mock is on first. 1 out. And here comes Briley Keeble back to the plate.
Number 22, Briley Keeble.
We have some folks at Squirrel working on our scoreboard issue, but our scoreboard is not up, and I don't know why. So I apologize, but I'll keep you updated as much as I can. To score 6-0 Minco over Cashion here in the top of the second. And Cashion, they have a new pitcher in here. She's warming up, and I'm not sure what her number is, but that's okay. They have a new pitcher in, and Bulldogs up 6-0 in command right now. Briley Keeble up to bat with 1 out. Here comes a steal attempt. And that actually hit Mock, I think, on the heel and bounced off into center field. But she is easily safe on the steal, so she's in scoring position.
Stolen second base.
And there's the hit by Keeble, and it's going to be 7-0 as Mock comes in to score. 7-0 Lady Bulldogs, top of the second. Minco is rolling right now.
Carter comes in. Batter is now on first base.
Up to bat number 11, Ava Russell. Man, she bolted a triple last night. She's got some speed. If she make contact here, she can jet it around the bases, I'll tell you that. And Briley Keeble at first here with 1 ball and no strikes. And 1 out, top of the second. Minco leading 7-0.
Batter is number 6. Number 11, Ava Russell.
And there's a shot by Ava, and it's going to be an out. And Briley's back into first base. 2 outs. Kind of off the heel of her bat, and just a little blooper out there. Good play by Cashion. I'm not sure, but I think I hear Pastor Mike maybe. I'm not sure. That would be great for you if I do. Trust me.
Batter is number 15, Kylie Anthony.
Kylie Anthony up to the plate here. Outside, so it's 3-0 the count. Score 7-0 Lady Bulldogs. Briley on first. Briley Keeble. And Anthony up to bat. Kylie has been a real solid player for the Lady Bulldogs this season, stepping up from the junior high to the high school ranks. Really pleased with her effort. I know the coaches have spoken very highly of her, and then their whole team actually has And there's a shot by Kylie that's probably going to drop. So you have runners on first and second with 2 outs here. Good job by Kylie, her second hit of the ball game.
Runners on first and second, 2 out.
You know, the Lady Bulldogs lost 5 outstanding players. 3 to graduation, 2 to transfer. And they have just really had an outstanding season. And they have proved something to a lot of people with their efforts as Hallie Teague is up to bat with runners on first and second. And the ball's inside for ball 1.
Number 7.
But we appreciate the effort of the Lady Bulldogs. They've played well all year long. And everything holds out here. We're going to be regional champions. And there's a little that will be out. And so another good inning as the Lady Bulldogs score a couple, 3 runs, and they go up 7-0 here as we head to the bottom of the second.
Bottom of the second coming up.
Shame we have to play 5 innings in reach. Just run really quick.
Once again, tonight we're going to be playing against Cashion football at Cashion. Kickoff is at 7 p.m., so Pastor Mike and I are going to jet it out of here as soon as this game is over and get set up there. And I will say it will be less than ideal for the broadcasters that we can't be in the press box, so we're going to be actually on kind of above the field level down from the stands. So it ought to be interesting for Pastor Mike and I, especially him as he calls the game. But it's all right, and we get a strike 1 there on a nice pitch by Sabree Henderson. Up to bat,
Number 8, Gallagher.
Gallagher, number 8 for Cashion. As I said, I have a lineup for Cashion, but the numbers are all different than what they were yesterday, so I'm not even trying. And we've had a good 2 weeks at school with homecoming last week, a lot of events this week. People have been busy. I know we've had a lot of young students participate in the stock shows at the Oklahoma State Fair. It's been a busy week for Minco students activity-wise, and things are going really well at school, and appreciate all the support you guys give us. Teachers are doing a splendid job in the classroom, and things are just going good. And there's a hit to shortstop, and she gets over to first base for the first out to Briley Keeble from Emily Mock. Great play. 1 out here, bottom of the second, up 7-0.
Batter is number 20. Number 20, Roper is the batter.
It's 1-0 count to Roper. Roper, number 20 for Cashion, and Sabree has done pretty well today, keeping this thing under control. A great defense behind her as we are up 7-0 here in the bottom of the second. That was a strike thrown by Sabree, and Sabree's doing well today. Control this game so far. Takes a cut at that. It'll be 1-2 with 1 out for Cashion here at the bottom of the second. That was right at us. Right at us. Thank God for a net. And so 2-2 the count with one out here in the bottom of the second. College football tomorrow. Always one of my favorite days of the week. OU, they are at Cincinnati, and then I think a strikeout there by Sabri Henderson for 2 outs. And Oklahoma State, they are playing at Iowa State tomorrow, up in Ames, Iowa. So be tuned into your favorite college football team, which we would all believe is the OU Sooners. So if you're just joining us, we are in the bottom of the second, 2 outs here. Sabri pitching a good game. Minco is up 7-0. They've had 2 really productive innings. So we're up to ball 2, no strikes. And it's been a good day for the Minco Lady Bulldogs so far. There's the hit. First, second.
Made it into first.
So we've got a single.
Single into first safely. That brings up number 15.
Number 15 is up for Cashion. Spree gets ready to give her first pitch. We do have a runner on first base for the Cashion Lady Wildcats. Down 7-0 with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. As Cashion is the designated home team for this game. Which Minco, in the 3 games we've played, we have been the visitor on the scoreboard all 3 games here in Minco.
Batter's number 15, Bradley. 2 outs.
1-1 the count. And that was a good pitch by Sabri. Threw it right by Bradley. And 1-2 the count with 2 outs here in this 7-0 ball game.
There's a strikeout and a side out.
That was a strikeout, and we'll go to the top of the third. The Lady Bulldogs leading 7-0 in the top of the third, on their way, hopefully, to a regional championship. Hopefully we can add some runs here in the top of the third. There is a different run rule in the playoffs I'm really unfamiliar with. It's a lot. I know that. You have to have a lot of runs to have a run rule, and I think you can't have a run rule until the 5th inning, if I'm not mistaken. And you have to be up by quite a few runs, 10 runs after 5. Someone told me 15. I was like, I don't think so, but that would be a lot. But 10 runs after 5 is the run rule. So Minco kind of flirting with that right now as we go to the top of the third. Minco up to bat, and I think we're almost at the top of the order again, and we're going to be at the 9 hitter. Caden Scatz is coming up. So we'll have 9-1-2 here to start things out. And Caden Scatz, another young lady, if she can get on base, she has some jets on her. She has some speed. Has a good chance to score. She hadn't played softball in a while, and she stepped up with some defections and transfers that we had. And she came in and has played and made a really great contribution to the Lady Bulldogs.
Batter's number 4, Caden Gatz.
And there's a blooper, and it's going to be in for fair, and she's going to get to first base. And a single by Cadence Gass. And like I said, she's got some jets on her, and we make some contact here. She can get to second, and watch her on a steal attempt. And Santa Fitzgerald, number 1 in the lineup, is up to bat again for the 3rd time of the day. Boy, the wind is really blowing in today. Gass easily into second base.
Runner moves to second.
Just joining us, Pastor Mike is not with us for this ball game, so unfortunately you're stuck with me, Mr. Sims, Kevin Sims. I'm not very good at this. Tonight he will be at the football game, so no worries there. It will be a well-called football game. And 2-0 the count on Hannah Fitzgerald, the senior.
The batter, number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald.
There's going to be a shot to the second baseman, and it's an out, but it does advance Cadence to third base.
Cadence goes to third.
And Sabree Henderson up to bat here with 1 out, leading 7-0 in the top of the 3rd. As I mentioned, our scoreboard apparatus is not working on this thing, so I am sorry. I'm sure it's not the user. And there's going to be a foul ball. That was a shot, but there's a foul ball by Cadence. I'm sorry, by Sabree.
Number 99, Sabree Henderson, the batter.
And there's a wild pitch, and Cadence is going to run, and she is going to score. It's the bad throw, really a good throw from the catcher, but the pitcher could not control it, and she gets in. Minco's up 8-0 with 1 out. We only have one camera angle here, too. There's only one way to do it, and we do the best we can. And it's hard to see over there at the third base line. We don't get much off the third base line with this shot, but we are looking at next year using Game Changer to broadcast all of our games with a camera attached to the backstop, and we'll see how that goes. I think we might make that a 10 where you can watch every game of the season of the Lady Bulldogs on Game Changer. But I'm not sure about that just yet. Good field in by Coach Schmidt over there. Three and two the count, full count on Sabree. And she gets a cut on it. It'll be another foul ball. Good battle by Sabree right here. There's a shot by Sabree. It's way. It looks like it's going to be just, and it's off the wall. And she's going to get to second base, standing up. She's going for the triple. She's going to third base, standing up. And good hit by Sabree Henderson on a stand-up triple. And Paisley Journey Cake up to bat for the Lady Bulldogs. I thought I'm not sure. I think it was the center fielder. I'm not sure. I think the center fielder had the beat on it. I thought she was going to catch it. And it was just drilled to the fence. And good effort by the Cashion center fielder. But she could not come away with that. And have a runner on third with 1 out. There's some kind of discussion going on here with, I guess, they're checking the center fielder because she took a hard tumble, a hard fall there.
Batter is number 2, Paisley, Journey Cake.
Paisley's been a good player all year, done a lot, contributed a whole lot here. That first pitch comes in as a ball, and she's had a lot of good timely hits this year for the Lady Bulldogs. And number 9, Taylor Voss in the pinch run over there. I didn't see that. Didn't see her come in, but she's in. And kind of a wild pitch there, but she did not make the attempt to score. 2-0 count. And that'll be foul for strike 1 off the third base side by Paisley. Another strike, so it's 2-2 on Paisley here with 1 out in the top of the third. Full count, 3-2 on that ball is way outside. 8-0 lead by the Lady Bulldogs. Foul that one off. There's a high pop up and to the shortstop. Taylor stays on third base. Good job by Batgirl Joby Journey Cake. Emily Mock up to bat.
Number 3, Emily Mock.
Emily, another senior leader for this team. Outstanding player, an outstanding young lady. She's going to be going, I believe, to Eastern Oklahoma State College in Wilburton to play softball. She is a fine athlete, and she's going to represent Minco down there really well. She's played at Minco for 4 years, and just outstanding young lady and player. There's a shot right there. It's going to be an out, and that'll be the end of that'll be the end of the top of the third. We're going to go to the bottom of the third with Minco leading 8-0.
There's a shot to the left fielder at the spot, and that's the end of the inning. In at the top of the inning.
Just about to get you a score sheet for the Cashion. But they haven't made it through the final.
There's a shot to the shortstop, number 9, or to Emily Mock by number 9. And that will be the first out of the bottom of the third for the Lady Bulldogs.
Back first and out.
And we have a ball and a strike here. This batter number 9 of Cashion as the Lady Bulldogs lead 8-0 with one out here in the bottom of the third. And Spree has, there's a 3-point count. There's a pop-up way up in the air. Our second baseman, Ava Jenkins, gets that thing, and it's a 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Pop up to second, caught, 2 outs.
We missed a batter somewhere. This is the second batter here, or we missed one somewhere.
Batter is number 0, Paul.
It's been a really solid outing by the Lady Bulldogs today as we have 2 outs in the bottom of the third. Minco leading 8-0 behind the pitching of Sabree Henderson. She's had full control here of the ball game and backed up by really good defense. It's a 2-0 count here against this Cashion batter. 2 outs. And it'll be 2-1 as she fouls that back for a strike. Two and two the count.
That's a
Strikeout to end the sigh. And 8-0 going to the top of the fourth. Good effort so far by the Minco Lady Bulldogs, offensively and defensively. Cashion just hasn't been able to get anything going at all on the bases. And it's been a really solid day for the Lady Bulldogs. Really good softball so far as we go to the top of the fourth, leading 8-0. Pitcher for Cashion, her last name is Bradley, number 15. And if you just haven't heard, I have a lineup for Cashion from last night, and all the numbers are different today than what they were last night. So it's hard for me to tell you who's what and who. But so far, a good outing for the Lady Bulldogs.
Batters number 22, Riley Keeble.
Riley Keeble up to bat, number 22. Briley, a junior, outstanding young lady. She is a very good pitcher as well. She had a great outing last night, only giving up 1 run. So 2 balls, no strikes here with Briley up to bat. And foul tip that one, so it's going to be 2-1 the count. 8-0 lead here, top of the 4th. Good pitch there to Briley, a strike, so 2-2 the count. And there'll be a foul. It was a shot by Briley, but it foul over the third base line. Curve foul. It was a good hit, though. Just a little, come around a little bit sooner on that. And that's a shot up the middle. Going to go to second base. This is going to be an out for number 1. Out right, literally through the pitcher's legs. Right up the middle.
That's an out for 22. First out of the bottom.
So we have number 11, Ava Jenkins, up to bat. And there's a high pop-up by Ava. It's going to be caught by the left fielder. So we have 2 outs here, top of the 4th, leading 8-0. Up to bat is Kylie. I'm sorry. Kylie Anthony. Two and 0 the count. Here with 2 outs. And 2-1. Kylie has had a really good game. She's had 2 hits so far in this game, and she took that pitch in for a strike. And there's strike number 2. 2-2 the count with 2 outs here at the top of the 4th. And there's a strikeout, so we go to the bottom of the 4th, leading 8-0. Minco on top.
Batter will be number 1, Williams.
Well, here we go to the bottom of the fourth. Number 1, Williams is up to bat for Cashion as Briley Keeble comes into pitch, number 22 for Minco. She had a dominating performance last night, so coming in for Sabri. Sabri moves over to first base. We have 2 outstanding Avas in school, Ava Russell and Ava Jenkins, and I've been calling Asa Russell, Ava Jenkins all day long. So I am sorry about that as we have a foul ball there, 0-1 count. But Ava Russell is our great young lady, great softball player. Ava Jenkins is a FCCLA state officer and a senior, and both outstanding girls. I'm no Mike Luster on this mic, I'll just tell you that. And there's another foul, 0-2, 8-0. 8-0, Minco leading here in the bottom of the fourth. And we really need 2 more runs in the top of the fifth so we can run roll this thing and go home, folks, in the 5th inning. Or not go home, but go to Cashion, actually. That's a strikeout right there by Briley, and 1 away here. Number 5 for Cashion. Carson is up to bat.
Batters number 5, Carson.
There's the shortstop, and it's going to be safe.
That's a hit.
Good effort there by the Cashion player. She used some jets there, and really good play by our shortstop over there. And good. Emily Mock did a great job getting that to first base. He's just a tad are late. And Hannah keeping the runner in check. 0-1 with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. Minco leading 8-0.
Number 8, Gallagher.
Oh, and 2 the count. Now as Briley is well ahead of this batter with a runner on first base for Cashion. And a foul ball over the first base, over towards the gym. And as I said, with the victory, Minco moves to the Super Regionals next week. I'm not sure where those are going to be at, as we have a ball there, so it'll be 1-2 the count. And we will announce all that, I believe, on Monday. We should have that information sometime on Monday from the OSSAA. How they do that is they take the 16 winners of the regions, and the coaches rank those 16 teams, and the top 8 host a region. And we are 2-2 here on the count with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. So there is a chance we would have to take a really big road trip next week for softball. I don't know. We're waiting to find out, but there is that possibility, as there are teams all over the state of Oklahoma, and if we're not in the top 8, we're going to travel somewhere. And there's a strikeout by Bradley Keeble for 2 outs.
The batter is number 20, Grover. Number 20.
So number 20 up for Cashion. And number 22 pitching to her, Bradley Keeble. Pitches in there for a strike, 0-1 to count. A little bit of cloud cover now. There was bright and sunshiny, but there is some cloud cover, which the shade is kind of nice actually for the players because it was fairly toasty out there today. As we have a 1-1 count, 2 outs, leading 8-0 here in the bottom of the fourth. Foul tipped at 1-2 the count. And that will strike out that young lady and throw to first. It's over for that inning. 8-0 going to the top of the fifth. If you're watching this and you're a Lady Bulldog fan, I pray for 2 runs here at the top of the fifth and 3 straight outs so we can get this thing done. I got to get to Cashion.
This is their roster. It's pretty close, except the last was 9, and I don't know her name. Probably that's copy for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Appreciate Randy Scott, who has done a fine job all season and here in the playoffs especially, announcing these ball games for the softball team. And I don't know how many years Randy has announced for Minco, but those years got to be stacking up.
They're in the double digits. Number 7, Hallie T.
Oh, or 2-0 the count on Hallie Teague as she's up to bat here in the top of the fifth. 2 balls, no strikes. Hallie's the niece of our defensive coordinator, Nathan McGregor. Fouled that straight back, and it's a 2-1 count now for Hallie. And that's a walk. Hallie draws a walk. She'll be on first base. And here comes a pinch runner. Emma Oaks, number 23, in to run. Emma getting to see some action here today. Up to bat is the number 9 hitter, Cadence Gatt. So we get some production here out of the bottom end of the lineup today. And Cadence, as I said, if she get on base, she's speedy. She's got some speed about her, and Emma has some speed about her as well. And that'll be a foul, the first base side. On 1 the count on Cadence Gatz as Emma Oaks retreats back to first base.
The hitter is number 4, Cadence Gatt.
So 0-2 the count on a called strike. As I said, the umpire has a pretty big strike zone today. But that's all right. It's 8-0 lead here. Top of the 5th. 1-2 the count. And Minco is well in control of this ball game up to this point. Good cut there by Cadence. 1-2 the count. That ball was fouled off. Coach Binge over there giving instructions to Emma. Can't say enough about our coaching staff, the job they've done this year. And there is a wild pitch, and Emma easily makes second base. We have a runner in scoring position, 3-2 count, no outs here in the top of the 5th inning. And there's a strikeout as Cadence swings and misses for the first out. We're up the top of the lineup with Hannah Fitzgerald, number 10, the Minco senior.
At bat, number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald.
So 1-0 count here on Hannah. Hannah, once again, if she can get on base, she's got some speed too. She's got some jets and wheels, and the lineup has been really productive today for the Lady Bulldogs as we generated 8 runs here so far through 4, and then here in the top of the 5th. We do have a runner in scoring position as Emma Oaks is at second base. On a 2-0 count here to Hannah Fitzgerald. Three-0 count. And that pitch is in there for a strike, and it's 3-1. And that'll be a strike. 3-2 the count on Hannah with a runner on second, Emma Oaks. And she'll pop that one back for foul, and the count still remains 3-2. There's going to be a shot to the second baseman. It's over for an out as
Hit to the second baseman. Out.
Mo goes over to third.
Runner
2 outs, 8-0.
third.
Sabri Henderson up to bat for the Lady Bulldogs.
Batter is number 99, Sabri Henderson.
Sabri's had an outstanding day pitching and hitting, and the Bulldogs have cruised today. Lady Bulldogs have cruised today. There's a shot. She's going to get to first base on a single. And it will score 9-0 with 2 outs here. And Paisley Journey Cake up to bat.
The batter will be number 2, Paisley Journey Cake.
One the count on Paisley. Minco sophomore is really, or junior I should say, has really grown this year and is just doing a tremendous job for us this season, and has really grown as a softball player here at Minco. She takes a cut on that, 1-2 the count. Minco up 9-0 here in the top of the 5th. Again, I'm sorry we don't have a scoreboard. I've talked to Squirtle. They've tried to fix it. We can't get it fixed. So that would be on me, I would imagine. But I'm a talking scoreboard, 9-0 here in the top of the 5th. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Just barely stays alive. Pitch well on the outside for 3-2 full count here. On Paisley. Sabri Henderson at first base. Comes the pitch, and it's going to be a pop-up to the second baseman for an easy out. Third out. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Minco leading 9-0.
She's a doll. She's a good little girl.
She'll come home and I'll ask her something. She'll go, Papa, I'm in kindergarten. I know all that stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she's good.
Miss Pierce gives different colored cards for your behavior for the week. And she's so proud she's got 2 of them in a row, 2 teams at the top of each got. And she's so proud, she said, Papa, nobody else got one.
So here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Minco leading 9-0. 9-0. A good lead here. As Briley Keeble's pitching, and number 17, I believe Schaefer fouls that ball off. 0-1 count. inside, so a 1-1 count here for Briley. This player from Cash, she's had a hit last time up, and she's a good little ball player. There's a shot into, and a good catch there by Emma Oaks into the right field for the first out.
To right field, there's an out.
Ball one, number 15, is up to bat Bradley for Cashion. And Bradley said she's had good control here, keeping things in check. And there's a shot to the first baseman, Hallie T. will step on the bag for a third out, or second out rather. 2 outs. Minco up 9-0 here at the bottom of the fifth. Minco has controlled, dominated the game thus far. Played really good softball. Once again, you can join Pastor Mike and myself at 7 p.m. tonight in Cashion for the Minco at Cashion football game. In the first district ball game that Minco has played this season. We come in with a strike, 1-1 the count to number 9 Brunson. And Minco football team has played really well last week against Marion. They've had their 4-0, 3-0 rather, going in. No, we're 4-0. Sorry, we're halfway done now. It's hard to believe how fast the season goes, as this is week 5 for football. Just absolutely incredible. Nine nothing. The score here. 1-2 the count. Keeble's ahead of the batter. And there's a pop-up over to third base. Catches in foul territory. Paisley Journey Cake does. And so we're going to go up 9-0 here into the top of the 6th inning.
Pop up to the third baseman, caught, and that's an out. Batter is number 3, Emily Mock. Pop-up caught by the pitcher, one away. Batter is Briley Keeble, number 22. field, second first. Base runner number 43, Riley Daniel. There's another out. That was Jaden Ford at the plate. Batter's number 9, Caitlin Voss.
Sorry about that. I had to step away for a second. It's still 9-0. Caitlin Voss up to bat here. And it's the first time she's been to bat all year long, as she, as I said, came back last night, was cleared to play, and came back. What's that? Okay, we have 43 on second base. And that is Briley Daniel. Another outstanding young lady for Minco. She is at second with 2 outs, 1 and 2 the count here, with a 9-0 lead here in the top of the 6th. And that'll be a strikeout to end the side. It's 9-0 going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Minco in front of Cashion. While I was out, we had Dagan Ford. She got into the game and got to play, and so really appreciate the efforts of the coach to get some of these younger players in an opportunity to play in a regional championship game here. We're getting pretty close here to getting that trophy, and a big, big day for the Lady Bulldogs here in Minco, being up 9-0, going to the bottom of the 6th. And this is good because we don't have to play 2 games. If we can pull out the victory here and maintain this, which I believe we will, but still a little bit of, we're 6 outs away from a win. Here comes a pitch by Briley. That's going to be a strike.
Batter's number 7.
And Hannah took a shot there, and she's shaking that off. She's a tough young lady. Number 7. Is up to bat for Cashion. Singer. And we're in there for a 1-1 the count. Minco up 9-0 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Coach Schmidt out there to talk to Hannah, make sure she's all right. Going to talk to the infield here, just checking on Hannah. Yeah, she took a pretty good shot there from the ball. Right into the rib cage. And that is pretty painful. In there for 2-1 here, 2 balls to 1 strike. And I play the third baseman, going to get away from her for an error, and it's going to be Cashion, number 7 gets on base there. On first base is number 7 is
Batter is number 0, Ball.
number 0. Ball is up to bat for Cashion. Minco up 9-0 with a runner on first for Cashion. No outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that pitch is in for a strike. It's by Hannah. And there's a bunt. Back to Sabree, over to Ava Russell for the out. 1 away. The runner does advance, number 7, to second base for Cashion. 9-0 lead here in the bottom of the 6th. Good job by the first baseman, Sabree Henderson, to get it to second base, Ava Russell, for the out. Good defense by the Bulldogs today. They've shut out Cashion so far. Good pitching, good defense to back that pitching up. Been a really good day for the Lady Bulldogs all the way around. Great effort. And right back to the pitcher for out number 2 as the runner advances to third. So 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th, up 9-0.
Batter is number 5, Carson.
Carson up, first pitch going there is a strike. 0-1, 2 away here in the bottom of the 6th. 9-0 Minco lead. Here comes the pitch for Briley. It's going to be outside for a ball, 1-1. She'll foul that one off the third base side, and it's a 1-2 count here in the bottom of the 6th with 2 away. Lady Bulldogs pretty close here to as a pitch for a strikeout
Strikeout there.
to end the side here in the bottom of the 6th. Minco up 9-0. But Minco is just 3 outs away from the regional championship and advancing to the super regionals next week. Time and place to be determined, location to be determined here this weekend through the ranking system. And we will announce on Monday, of course, where the softball team will be.
They need a PA announcer. I know one that's available.
Well, we're going here to the top of the 7th. Minco leading 9-0.
Batter is number 23, Emma Oaks.
Emma Oaks up to bat, number 23. She's been on base as a pinch runner today. Two balls, no strikes. Emma. There's the pitch for ball 3, 3-0 to Emma Oaks here in the top of the 7th. Minco leading 9-0 if you're just joining us. A chance to advance to the Super Regionals on the line. Minco's in pretty good shape right now as Emma takes a walk on 4 straight pitches. Cadence Gatz is up to bat here for the Minco Lady Bulldogs.
Batter is number 4, Cadence Gatz.
Minco senior, outstanding young lady, a leader in our FFA organization, and tremendous student and good athlete. Foul that one back, 0-2 the count. One to the count. The pitch was outside. And that will strike her out. Up to bat number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald, top of the order back up here in the 7th inning for Minco.
Number 10, Hannah Fitzgerald, the batter. Previous batter struck out, just one away.
Game is going on an hour and 45 minutes. A really good solid day for the Minco Lady Bulldogs. Little blooper back, and she's going to beat that first base, a bad throw, and we're going to have runners on 2nd and 3rd with one away here in the top of the 7th.
Runners move to 2nd and 3rd.
With Sabree Henderson coming to bat.
Sabree Henderson, number 99, is the batter.
So the Lady Bulldogs aren't done yet. on the outside for ball number 1. Sabree pops that up. Foul territory, 1-1 the count. 1 away, runners on second and third. On away for a ball number 2, 2-1, here the count. One Sabree Henderson, 99, senior. And there's a shot that's going to bring in 2 runs here as she gets to first base for a single. And they're going to hold Hannah at third base, and it's going to be 10-0 Minco over Cashion here in the top of the 7th, 1 away. Runners on the corners with Paisley Journey Cake up to bat. Number 2.
Batter is number 2, Paisley Journey Cake.
Here comes the pitch.
Runner moves
In there for a strike. Sabree goes to second, so we have runners on second and third with 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position. 0-1 count on Paisley Journey Cake. There's a shot up the middle, and it's going to be a run score. And Sabree's going to try to get to third. She's out, so that's going to end the side there with the score 11-0. Minco
1 run scored.
over Cashion right now, going to the bottom of the 7th. So Minco is 3 outs away from a regional championship. As I mentioned earlier, we lost 5 outstanding players, 3 All-Staters to graduation, 2 outstanding players to transfer to other schools, and this team has hung in there, fought, scraped, gotten better, improved, and we're 3 outs away from a regional championship on our way to the Super Regionals. Really an outstanding job by these district champions and their coaches. Appreciate the effort they've given. And here we go as the defense takes the field. Briley goes to the mound, and 3 outs away, folks, from a regional championship for the Minco Lady Bulldogs.
Batter is number 8, Gallagher.
Gallagher, number 8, up to bat for Cashion. Briley sets in, and here comes the pitch from Briley. Low and ends for ball 1 against Gallagher. There's a shot back to Briley over to first base for an easy out. 2 outs away from the regional championship for the Lady Bulldogs. Great job there. Been really a nice job all day long by the Minco.
Batter is number 20, Roper.
1-0 the count against Roper. Here comes the pitch, and it's going to be in there for a strike. Good pitch by Briley Keeble. 1-1 the count. Briley was our main pitcher last year. She took had an injury coming the year. Sabri's played well. Have two really solid pitchers going to the Supers with Briley and Sabri Henderson. 1-2 the count to Roper, number 20 of Cashion. There's a shot over to the gym. Hit the roof of the gym. And there it rolls off finally. And 1-2 the count. And there's another foul. And 2-2 the count.
Oh, okay, great.
And there's a strikeout. 1 out away from a regional championship here for the Minco Lady Bulldogs.
Batters number 17, Schaefer.
Number 17, Schaefer, comes into bat. She's had a good game against the Bulldogs today. And Briley Keeble getting ready to throw her first pitch. 2 away here, an 11-0 game, bottom of the 7th. 1 out away from a win. There's a strike. 0-1 the count. Once again, the score is 11-0, bottom of the 7th. 2 out, 1 out away from a regional championship for the Minco Lady Bulldogs. There's the pitch. That's going to be strike number 2, 1 strike away from a championship. We will have a trophy presentation on here following the game. If you want to watch, our athletic director, Brock Wardlaw. There is a liner back to second for the easy out. And Minco Lady Bulldogs, regional champions, and have advanced to the Super Regional. What a great job by the ladies. You know, it's as I said, we lost 5 outstanding players to start this year. And, you know, there were a lot of questions coming in. Will the Bulldogs bounce back? Will they have a good season? Well, I think they've answered all those questions. Outstanding play, outstanding coaching, and they have won a regional championship and will be playing next week. So the season is not over for the Minco Lady Bulldogs. Congratulations to them, and we'll watch this trophy presentation here by Coach Wardlaw, head football coach and athletic director of Minco Public Schools.
Regional 6 champions, the Minco Lady Bulldogs. The trophy will be handed out by Mr. Brock Wardlaw. He's our football coach and athletic director, and he hands the trophy to the Minco Lady Dogs. Let's give them a hand.
And guys, thank you for joining us today. Sorry Pastor Mike wasn't able to call this. He will call the football game tonight and join us at 7 p.m. Thank you and have a good day.